Oh man, did it again. All right, I'll start. So, thankfully, it was only going for 3 minutes. Thankfully, it was only going for 3 minutes. I saw the big red. Thank you, Big K and Rome Bear. Anyway, so let me start all over. I was warming up the jowls. Anyway, I got to do some bragging here. I really do. Every now and then a man's got to do what a man's got to do. Well, I'm married, so next best thing was I just freaking grilled 2 massive porterhouse steaks. In the video, I accidentally said T-bone, but they were porterhouses. You could tell they were porterhouses because of the big filet mignon. You know, the difference between a porterhouse and a T-bone is the size of the filet mignon attached. So the smaller it gets, it then gets the name T-bone because it's hardly any porterhouse. So I'm posting a video of that right after this. I'm going to be posting a video of this. I filmed it in high definition, even cutting into it. I'm grilling it and cutting into it, man. Oh my God. I just finished eating like 5 minutes ago, and I'm just freaking full. But it has to be the best steak I've had in a very long time with this new Pit Boss smoker grill. It's pellet fed. And it's just amazing, just amazing. So I'm going to be posting that video, and I hope you folks go and check it out. Oh. So they're coming out with some evidence. Sidney Powell, Rudy Giuliani, they're coming out with it, and they got some great evidence, and it's just a matter of presenting this evidence to some judge that's not bought and paid for, compromised by the left, so to speak. I'm really hoping that whoever gauges over this material can use common sense. I'm hoping that they can see that the past elections did not have these statistical anomalies like this year, this election had, is what I'm trying to say. And you know, us conservatives, we're not trying to steal the election. I don't want to steal the election. If Biden won, he won. Boom. But I know better. There's no way in God's green earth he won. But if he won fair and square, he deserves it. And us conservatives believe that. What we want is to verify that this election, us conservatives want to verify that this election process is secure, is worthy of our trust. I, for one, stood in line a little over 2 hours. It was actually about 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours just to vote. I got no confirmation if my vote counted. I got no confirmation if my vote was switched. I got no confirmation if my vote was just thrown out. See, when I was at the polling place, I just put the black dots in the circle, put it in an envelope, licked the envelope, sealed it, and I was told to put it in a box, a metal box with a padlock. No, it was a key lock on it. Slightly bigger than what you would see on a suitcase. So it wasn't the big padlocks. This thing was just slightly bigger than what you would see on a suitcase. I don't know if my vote counted, folks. And I think we need to, and even Democrats, they need to know whether this election is going to be fair to them in the future as well. Because the same thing can happen to them, right? Right? So we're not trying to steal the election. We know we won. I mean, the evidence was out there in front of us for almost a year now. These massive rallies. And one person hiding in the basement refusing to take any questions. As a matter of fact, he is continuing to take very little questions. So that's my monologue for the evening. I'm stuffed. Have a nice night. I'm teasing. I am teasing, man. That steak was, I'd say the steak was about 1.25 inches thick. That pellet grill, it's like all automated almost. You stick a couple of probes some meat probes in it. It tells you when the internal temperature is right where you like it. Pull the probes out, sear it on both sides. Boom, chow down. Ouch, it was good. So I would like to say hello and apologies to everybody for 3 minutes of you just seeing this. So thank you so much for your patience. I got to be the only YouTuber that does it. What do I do it, folks? I do it what? A minimum once a month? Right, a minimum? You know I'm just hang in there. The next time I do it, don't go away. You know I'm going to catch it eventually. But it gives you also a good laugh, right? Don't you all start to laugh? Who is this imbecile? Just moving his... I mean, I'd probably make fun of me if I was if I was watching me. I'd probably laugh at him. Who's this clown? Just sit there eating popcorn, looking at this clown. Anyway, Jonathan Arreo, thank you so much for being here. Jeff Lone Wolf, appreciate you as well. Johnny E, thank you again. J.K. Pioneer and Mike Willoughby from Tennessee, thank you so much. Adam Blanche, Biden is a nonce, above and below. Happy Friday. I'm actually going to go down to where I was being told that there was no sound. Turn your mic on, Big K Rouge. Jericho Fox, no audio. Thank you so much, everybody, again for your patience. I'm going to scroll down. All right. Edgewater Heating, another. I can see him. Edgewater Heating. His head down. Oh no, another half an hour with no sound. Thank you so much, Edgewater, for your patience. I appreciate it. Let's see how long we could go. Johnny E, thanks a lot. Chris Graffs, no sound. Okay, Rome Bear, I can read lips. He said no new taxes. No, I said tax those sons of bitches for laughing at me with no sound. No, I didn't say that. I said hang them. Off with their heads. Rock and Rod, here we go again. All right. He'll figure it out when he starts reading the comments. And I did. I saw the red X's and whatnot. That was a giveaway. I'm like, there's something wrong here. Yeah, I'm sure what he's saying is very interesting. All right, let's get down. Let's get down. So how it happens is, let me tell you how that happens. When I start my computer, this thing comes on automatically. While I am doing my computer work, I don't like that, that whole, big brother spying on me. I turn my camera off, I turn the mic off and whatnot. And then when I start this recording program, the camera comes on automatically, but not the mic. That's where it's screwing me up. After a while, I'm hoping this will be the last time. After a while, I'll look at it. But maybe I'll stop turning it off while I'm working on the computer. All right, Jack Owen, there you go. All right, Roan Bear. So I'm in the good comments now. Currently on my shift in Texas, watching for some Mexicans. So are you a Border Patrol, Alex? Currently on my shift in Texas, watching for some Mexicans. Are you in the Border Patrol, or are you looking to buy some weed? You get it? You get it? That was good. That was good material. Come on. That was good stuff, dudes and dudettes. Thank you so much. MZ, it's all good, man. Hope all is well in AZ. It is. Finally, thanks. Edgewater, JK Pioneer. Overtaxed taxpayer fact number 3. He is a longtime smoker and loves it. Grill kind of smoke. Yeah. Thank you so much. He's got my logo in there. How did he do that? Overtax taxpayer facts. Wow, okay. Wes, hello. Great to see you. Finished my slave labor for the day. That's awesome. Bitcoin almost 1900. Please don't remind me. I sold off when it was like, I lost faith in it. Now I have none, so stop it. So what pellets am I using? First of all, David Thomas, thank you. And Dirk Jackson, it was beef. Yeah. 2 porterhouse steaks. JK Pioneer, what pellets are you using? Well, currently it's the Pit Boss. By the way, no matter what pellet grill you're using, whether it's Traeger, it's irrelevant what name brand pellets you use as long as you like the flavor. For example, you can use Pit Boss pellets in a Traeger, and you can use Traeger pellets in a Pit Boss. So, but anyway, I currently am using the Pit Boss Competition Blend. Really good. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 as smokiness, 10 being the most smokiest, I would say it's a 4. It's a 3 or a 4 as far as smokiness. Good stuff. I prefer a little bit more smoke, but the girls knew. Just pick these bags up because they got good recommendations to it, and I'm actually liking them. Benza Drex, hello, Alex Crypto. They act like a curfew is going to stop a virus. It is. It is. You just believe everything they say. Believe it all. It's the truth. They would never lie to you. I bet you can't tell me one time the news has lied to you. Not one freaking time. I'm being sarcastic, right? George V in the house. American people have been robbed blind. Absolutely. Absolutely. The elections and everything. And it's not just the presidency that's been stolen from us. Many times in the past. See, this same thing we noticed with Obama winning. When Obama ran and won his second term, we noticed he was actually losing. We basically blinked and all of a sudden he was up. I mean, if you can recall that election, he was losing. And all of a sudden out of the blue, man, he just went whoosh, to the moon. And you got to wonder what the hell happened. So I believe that the elections have been stolen. And again, I'm repeating myself. Yes, not just the presidencies, but everything down from Congress to Senate down to your local levels. And not just the government at your local levels. I'm talking propositions are being stolen from us. Let me give you an example. Proposition 208 here in Tucson, Arizona, is to raise taxes for schools. Now, keep in mind, the teachers refuse to go back to teaching. They refuse to come back to school. And actually, the school unions were all for staying out. School supervisors, all for staying out. Even though, time and time again, it's been proven that the youngins really don't catch it. And if they do, they have basically 100% chance of survival. The people here in Tucson are pissed off at the schools for not opening up. For many reasons. One reason alone is once they opened up the businesses here, a lot of them couldn't go back to work because they couldn't send their kids off to school. You got a lot of people here in Tucson pissed at the schools. Yet somehow Proposition 208 passed to raise taxes. Now, that's on top of a community that's, I would say, 60% mandated layoff by our governor for COVID. Because we don't have 100% business opened up. And the business that are opened up, they're not allowed indoor seating. It has to be outdoor seating. The whole routine. Only so many people in a business at a time. That whole situation. You got a lot of people here that are not employed. Yet somehow that proposition and many other propositions were approved. One more example, please. California. People are leaving in droves there because they cannot afford the property taxes. They're leaving there knowing that they can sell their home and pay cash wherever they go in the United States. Yet somehow the property tax proposition in California was approved. It was voted for. I'm telling you, they're stealing everything. Every little thing. Lost for words. Thank you so much for being here. Chris, Grass, 101. We should vote with our thumbprint. I don't know what to say anymore. And I always said that Chad thing was a scam to get us to move digitally. Rizal, excuse me. Rizal time. I'm sorry, but I think everything is rigged and fake. Housing, stock market in this virus was man-made. Well, we know that. Absolutely. Who else? Jonathan Arroyo, thank you. Dirk, you're hungry. I'm not hungry anymore. Once a live stream. LOL, thank you. Just woke up from the steak talk. Yeah. That was a good steak, and it was freaking juicy. Oh, Lord. Doug Master, I thought they were censoring you. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. George V., the biggest hoax in human history is COVID antivirus. I think we're going to find, if Trump wins, I think we're going to find out how this is nothing but flu point two. That's pretty much what it is. And, just as many old people die from the flu, honestly, who are inflicted with other ailments. In addition to that statement, flu rates are down to almost non-existent this year. Why? Because the flu symptoms are almost identical to the COVID symptoms. So what are they doing? You go in there telling them you just need a Z-Pack, penicillin, for your flu. What do? Oh, that's symptoms for COVID. COVID case here. COVID case here. And they're diagnosing everybody with COVID, even if they have the flu. Look it up. Almost nil for flu cases this year. And we're right heart in the flu season, by the way. Maybe another month or so, but we're starting to go into it. David Thompson, thank you so much. It's not a paperweight, David. Not a paperweight. JW, thumbs up, people. Be the light, people. We be light. People love positive people. I'm trying to be positive. I am. Flight 100, thank you so much for being here. Cheap Laugh Kennedy, why are some folks saying a world with $20,000 gold would be horrible, but yet $20,000 Bitcoin's okay? I don't know. I really don't know that hypocrisy. I think when they say precious metals going through the roof, what they're afraid is all the food and everything also riding up with it. So what they're claiming is if gold gets up to $20,000, a loaf of bread's gonna be $200. That's what these people are claiming. Well, I say, okay, buy yourself some flour, store it, and make your own bread, metaphorically speaking. Adrian Branham, Lighthawk Demon. Adam Blanche, thank you. Protests about the pandemic happening all over Europe. People are waking up. Hell yeah, they're waking up. And they got to stop burning down their own communities and start taking their aggression out on the people who are doing this to them. We have a problem here in the United States. You'll get a community. I'm not mentioning race, creed, color, or anything like that. You get a community that's pissed off at what has been done to them. What they do? They go and burn down their own stores and loot their own stores. Instead of going to the business or facility that has done them wrong and burn that place down. That's what needs to be happening. And unfortunately, the people who rule over us know There's nothing to be afraid of. We can do all we want to them, and they're just going to go burn down their local Circle K or Wendy's. Morons. Once we start fighting back at the people who are doing this to us, I think there's going to be a whole new level of respect. And it's good to fear the people. You often wonder why they want to take those things away. Oh, it's for the people's safety. My ass. It ain't for the people's safety. They love... I want to tell you something. Even gun activists, hear me, please listen very carefully now. Even gun activists do not want gun crimes to go away. They don't want mass shootings to go away. They don't want mass shootings in schools where many kids get killed to go away. They don't. You want to know why? Because if they went away, they would have no more ammo, no more reason to take your guns away. Therefore, they need this out there. They need this violence. They need these killings out there. That is their ammunition, their reason to take your guns away. Therefore, they cannot have that go away. You see my point? So when they say it's because of gun violence, it's bull crap. Oh, Alex Crypto. National Guard helping with camera operating with the CBP. I sit here in front of a computer screen 40 hours a week. Not bad. That's cool. That's cool. Renee Michael, thank you again. I'm hoping to pick up a camcorder for Black Friday. Camcorder? And you want to know any ideas what to pick up? Well, let me ask you, what are you planning to film? So, like a photographer, they always ask you, what do you photograph? And it normally it comes down to two groups, landscape or portraits. And normally when gauging which camera or lens, I should really say which lens, you give a ratio. Okay, I'll be shooting 95% landscape and 5% portrait. That means you stay away from the portrait cameras and lenses, or I should say the lenses. You stick with your wide angle. So again, going back to your question, Chris Graffs, what are you planning on filming? And then I'll have you, is it something to take on vacations? That sort of thing. Hotshot Transport finally caught you live. Thank you so much for being here, Hotshot. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate everybody's time that you spend with me. JK Pioneer, don't worry about your Bitcoin. Just buy silver and gold. Yep. Bitcoin's going to make a lot of people rich, though. Silver and gold is going to retain your work, your wealth. And it's going to make you a couple of bucks. But I'm telling you, crypto is going to make you rich. You know this is primarily a silver and gold channel. It is. But I got to tell you, when I find something, I got to share it with you. And it's just the way it is. And a lot of people don't like to hear that. They get mad. I tuned in to hear silver and gold, and I don't want to hear about cryptos. I'm just telling you, man, eat your vegetables. It's good for you. Habaneri, have you heard T-Fuel is going to be staking as well? I heard T-Fuel has been staking for like a year now, but I could be wrong. Crispy Mofo, their lips are moving, so they are lying. Absolutely. You're talking about the news media outlets. I was going to ask everybody if you can give me a thumbs up. If I'm doing a fair job, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. It helps distribute the video. The video is located by more people. The more thumbs up there are, the more comments in a comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that little bell icon right next to the subscribe button. I really would appreciate that. JK Pioneer, fuel as oil, gas, propane, coal, wood? I'm not understanding your question. Mark Karim, what do you think that theta will not be available? What do you think that theta will not be? I'm reading it right. He's obviously missed a pronoun or something in there. What do you think that theta will not be available to U.S. citizens for a brief time until it goes on Coinbase? Theta will make you rich. Love you, man. God bless. So I think theta will be available, perhaps not through American exchanges. But when you go to places like Simple Swap, I guarantee you'll be able to buy theta all you want. So I really wouldn't worry about it. There's going to be plenty of places to buy your theta. Okay? But I can tell you, if theta does actually get on Coinbase, and you have a substantial amount of that, you're going to be doing very, very well. Thank you for the question. If you can't write well, it's because you can't think well. You can't think well, someone will think for you. Overtax fact number 6, he trusts silver and gold, not any damn fiat currency, aka fake money. That's true. Unfortunately, I got to use fake money because that's what the imbeciles want. That's what they trust. So, and my advice is anything left over from your paycheck, folks, you pay your bills and everything, and take a look what's left over. You invest that money. Invest it in gold, silver, cryptos, yes. But get it out of the fiat currency. I would, first and foremost, my highest priority for you folks would be gold and silver. You get your goals in place for gold and silver, and then you worry about your cryptos, okay? Your priority is gold and silver above cryptos. Why? Because I will admit it. Cryptos can be manipulated. They can go under, just like a stock. Think of it as a stock. It can collapse. One day, Bitcoin is $17,000, $18,000, and the next day it drops down to $9,000. So, but silver and gold, they can never take it away from you. No time in history has silver ever gone to zero. Gold never gone to zero. And not only that, no other currency on this planet has the historical track record of gold and silver. You will not find the stock market 401k, derivatives. You won't find those words in the Bible. You'll find gold and silver in the Bible. Matter of fact, very first chapter. It's there. What? It's there. Gold and silver has been around that long. A track record. So get your gold and silver, reach your goals, and then if you feel comfortable enough, get some cryptos. But know that cryptos is a gamble. But I really believe some of these cryptos out there, they got projects behind them, like Theta. It's going to make you rich. And you know I would never tell you that if I didn't believe it in my heart. And I'm not working for cryptocurrency. You'll look at 100% of my videos. None of them say buy your cryptos here and make you click on one of my links so I can make a couple of bucks from you. None of that bull crap. No winner yet. Nothing stolen yet about creating chaos. Absolutely. JW, how they sell the digital ID. I don't know what you mean by that, my friend. I really don't. I also stacked fiat to supply my silver and gold. Yeah. And unfortunately, you're going to have to stack fiat to supply your mortgage or your car payment. So Cosmic Logic, some Trump allies are saying we lost and Trump doesn't have much of a chance left? Do you believe Trump has any chance left to have a second term? I'm not a prophecy. I'm not I don't claim to be a prophecy. But I can tell you this. From the day Trump came down that escalator, has he said anything that did not eventually turn out to be true? One of the very first things was he was spied upon. The Trump Towers and his election committee and whatnot was spied upon. I knew the news was lying because they didn't even take 10 minutes to do any research. Within 5 minutes, they came out and said Trump's crazy. Politicians did the same thing. Oh, Trump's crazy. Well, turns out he was telling the truth. What I'm trying to say is, I don't think Trump has ever said anything that did not turn out to be true. So, historical track records, right? I really can't answer your question. I am hoping that the evidence puts Trump in office for another 4 years. That's all I can say. I trust the man. I do trust the man. Thank you, Cosmic. Nice to the face. Property tax proposition got voted down. Where? Property tax proposition got voted down. Where? Lump charcoal will burn hotter. Lump. It's lump, not lumba. Charcoal will burn hotter, but a pellet stove takes pellets, my friend. Game's over. Let's pray for the Senate. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Lost for words. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Bum Trump lost. We'll see. He hasn't lost yet. Remember. Catherine McCandless. Well, Biden owes China $4 billion. They want their goods. That's us. Yeah, pretty soon we'll be all in chains with pickaxes. Can you imagine that? And you wonder why they want our guns. Renee Michael. Why does one buy stocks or cryptos? Ultimately, it's to have more physical. It's what it's all about. I think stocks and cryptos are a way of gambling, though. So maybe that's your answer. I don't know. I'm not a stock guy. The only stocks I own are what's in my 401k. And I'm not, just because I have a 401k does not mean I'm intelligent when it comes to stocks. JW, they're using COVID-19 as a catalyst for the Great Reset, blaming all destruction on it. Yep. Donna Tripp, Trump can't win Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Senate is not in session. Okay, so, it's Donna, it's up to the people now. If the people want to sit there and just be stupid and not defend themselves, then they deserve, unfortunately, we get also, but they deserve what they get locally. But I can tell you something about that kind of mentality. If they know their neighbors, they know everybody voted for Trump, Donna, and yet they're still not willing to get out in the streets and go to the local government buildings and do what needs to be done, then they don't even deserve, in my opinion, if they don't have the balls to do that, at least go and protest in front of these government buildings. No, this whole community's sitting here on the street. How did we all vote Biden? We're all here saying we voted Trump. They don't even have the balls to do that. You think they're going to use that when the time comes? No. They don't. So in my opinion, they don't even deserve to own one of those. Because if they don't have the balls to get out in the street and do what Black Lives Matter and all these other groups have done, then we've lost. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But if as a community, you all voted a certain way, if those same numbers can get on the street and say, look, the census show in this town, there's 5,000 people in this town. The census. Well, here's 5,000 people. And we're telling you we all voted for freaking Trump. What the hell happened? And you drag these mother effers out from their freaking political office by their collar and throw them in the gutter. That's what it's really going to take. But who knows? Everybody wants to, even the guys now, they want to, shave their eyebrows. They want to wear the skinny jeans and, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on with men nowadays. I really don't. I was always suspect from the beginning of time of any election that is almost right down the middle. What is the best way to cheat? No, let's start with what is the worst way to cheat? Let's say there's 100 people in a room. They all voting for A or B. It's very suspicious when 99% of the 100 vote for A, right? So how do you make it look real? How do you make an election look real? You almost get it right down the middle. 49-51. When there's an election that close, to me, that should be suspect. And that's how you create an election outcome where the people think, oh, well, I almost got it. Maybe next time. Those elections, when you talk in your towns and everybody has got the mindset to go in one direction, you would think that's how the election would go. You talk to people, nobody's voting for your second option, they're telling you. Yet somehow that second option always wins by 1 or 2. It'll be like a 48-50. Or, I'm sorry, a 48 to 52. When it's that close, I'm suspect. Because I don't think we're that divided. I do not think we're that divided. And you look at all the states where Trump won, it was within those ranges. So I think they did try to steal the election. And that's the best they can do in those states. I'm very suspect of elections that are 49-51 or really down the middle. I don't think we're that divided anymore. Oh, you almost got it, folks. Maybe next time. It makes an election outcome look real. Thank you. All right, who else? I think it will be next week, hopefully. Game of Thrones, Silver Game of Thrones. Thank you. Trump will win and then shit hit the fan. Not if he sends out the military to every freaking state and just mows them all down. PR Silver rigged. Who else is here? I've said hello to everybody. Lighthawk Demon. I appreciate that you're here. Kent P. Bitcoin is exploding. I know. I sold it all. Who else? William Ridge. Hello from Massachusetts. One of these days, I need to get out to Boston. Get me a big freaking lobster, drawn butter, and a trough, not a bowl, a trough of clam chowder. Some good bread, real butter. That's all I need. I don't even need the lobster, actually. You just get me a trough, a freaking clam chowder, some good bread and butter. I'm one happy pig. Lawrence L., thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. One of these days, we're going to get out there. Michael Tremblay, since we're waiting for things to change, I'm paying off my Visa card. Is it a good idea? Should I invest in something? Thanks. Have a good evening. Michael, my advice is always to pay off your debt first. You'll notice that the interest rate on debt is always higher than the interest rate you earn on an investment. Isn't that funny? So therefore, your debt is going to hurt you worse. It does you no good to have, and I'm just making up numbers now, a Visa card with, We'll just say 9.99% interest. And that's a low interest rate, right? That's pretty low. But at 9% interest rate is still, it's higher than maybe, let's say, a 401k that's only going to pay you, a 2 or 3%? You get my point. Even silver, I would still pay your debt off even before buying silver and gold. I mean, obviously, if you can do them both at the same time, that would be great. But definitely get rid of that debt. I'm serious. Get rid of the damn debt. Thank you so much. I'll be sending you a bill in the mail now. No, I won't be doing that. Law and Order Prepper. XRP is skyrocketing. I have 50 XRPs. So I don't think I'm going to be a millionaire. Hotshot. And it's only what? It's only 30 cents, is it? Like somewhere in that. So it's not really a massive explosion. I mean, it's been sitting at 25 cents. Excuse me, but I haven't looked at the price today. But it's been sitting at 25 cents. And like 2 or 3 days ago, I looked at it and it was like 30 cents. So it's a 5 cent, it's a 5 cent difference. But if you have thousands upon thousands, yeah, it's going to make a difference. But if you only have like 50 of them, you get my point. Doug Ford. Thank you so much for being here. And Ben there, Cryptos and Metals, hedge your bets. Taylor Trent, if cryptos are outside of the fiat system like gold and silver, my personal opinion is people should be cheering on that. A little PMs, a little cryptos, do your research, some cash in hand. I agree with you, Taylor Trent. I don't know if cryptos are really completely out of the system. What I mean by that statement is the IRS is treating cryptos as stocks, investing in the stock market, literally. So if you sell any cryptos and put any cash in the bank, you're going to have to claim those taxes. And to me, that is the system that I'm trying to get away from. However, I am into cryptos. So it is what it is. Millennial Plastic Stacker, thank you very much for being here. I don't know why I always have to say his name slow because I always mispronounce it. Sergeant Gold, thank you. Please check your mute button every 5 minutes to make sure we can hear you. Okay, there's a 5 minutes counting down. Pristine Green, thank you so much. Who else is here? Cameras are awesome. Thank you so much. Use Bitcoin for short term, but silver for long term. PR Silver transferred 3 ounces of gold into 250 ounces of silver. Good or bad idea? So I'm not into selling one precious metal to achieve another. And here's why. When you buy a precious metal, you're also paying that premium, right? So when you sell that precious metals, a lot of times you don't get any of the premium back when you sell it, or you'll only get a portion of that back, depending on who is buying your precious metals. They might be a little more generous. But then you take that cash and then reinvest it into what? The gold. The gold has its own premium. So what I'm saying is you're sometimes buying a premium twice. To me, it's better not to sell it and just save up the cash to buy what you're willing to trade for. Yep. Am I saying that right? So if cryptos are outside the fiat system, why do silver and gold bugs not want it to succeed? I think it's due to it's something very new to people. And a lot of people, see, silver and gold bugs, we live by a rule. If you can't hold it, you do not own it, meaning it can be taken away from you. It can devalue. It can go to zero. That's what I mean by being taken away. Silver and gold, on the other hand, if you hold it, it can't be taken from you. And again, it's historical track record. Going to the Old Testament of the Bible, gold and silver has been around forever. Crypto, on the other hand, is nothing. It's not tangible. I can't hold it. Therefore, it goes against our creed. Can't hold it, you don't own it. However, I, on the other hand, I am a new breed, so to speak. I won't say a new breed, a newer. I'm part of that new breed of silver and gold stackers who believe there's something about cryptos that might work. And we're willing to take that bet. We're willing to take that gamble is what it is. I can speak for myself. I am up on my cryptos. I am not upside down on my cryptos. I've made money on every crypto I invested. I unfortunately was one of those naysayers. I would laugh at people. I would actually troll them. Here on YouTube, I would troll them for preaching cryptos. I was one of those assholes. Until I saw them paying off their homes, buying Teslas and whatnot. I witnessed that. I learned my lesson. I don't put into cryptos what I'm not willing to lose. Meaning I'm not going to sell them. I'm not going to mortgage the home or anything stupid like that. But if, it's like going to Vegas. I'm just going to bring with me what I'm willing to lose. And I've done that. And at no time have I gone upside down. I'm sitting fairly decent in as far as the ratio of profits to investment. That was a great question, by the way. I like good questions. Thank you so much. That was from Taylor Trent. Gabriel D., thank you so much. Okay, so 75, all right, for that camcorder. 75% outside use for filming historical places, 25% inside a room like you for what you were doing. So in my opinion, I would not get a camcorder. You said it. I would get maybe an action cam. There's this and the GoPro. The GoPro 9 just came out, which is, from what I'm hearing, is just phenomenal. This is phenomenal. This comes paired. This is, by the way, the Sony 4K. Its model number is FDX 4000. I don't know if you can see it on the bottom. FDX 4000. It also comes with, does not come with this, but you can buy it with this for an extra $100 or so. The remote control will activate this, turn it on from like 40 feet away. So this is, and it's got a live screen. You can actually watch yourself live and use this to frame yourself. So I wouldn't get a camcorder. When I hear camcorder, I'm thinking one of those big black things that we're familiar with from the 80s and 90s. Get yourself an action camera. Also, a small DSLR camera actually might even give you better quality. Small DSLR camera. A DSLR, that means you can interchange lenses. Those might even give you a better picture. All right, so they can take pictures. These could take pictures. The GoPros can take pictures. DSLR can take pictures, but video. So that's what I mean. You'll be able to take, I think, better pictures than these can take pictures. The GoPro and this are pretty much similar. My opinion is they take okay pictures, but nowhere as good as a picture from a DSLR. DSLR has a bigger sensor, therefore you'll have better video as well. So look at some of your DSLRs that have video recording capabilities. Then look at your GoPros and these. These are phenomenal. Anyway. BB2 Bomber, thank you so much for your comment. Best thing about this election is God is on our side. Absolutely. Amen, brother. Amen. I purchased gold back when it was 800 and silver at both 7 and 49. And I honestly think silver has way more potential to prosper. I agree with PR Silver. And I'll tell you why. They say gold probably will double. And that's pretty much it. That's what they're saying. Maybe even triple. Let's just say they're screwed up and it's tripled. It says it can. They say it can triple. They're saying gold can go to 5-6 times its value. So pound per pound, silver is going to be the better investment. I agree with PR Silver in this, in his assessment. And you're wrong about the government not being able to take Bitcoin from you. They just ceased over. I didn't say they can't. I said gold and silver can't be taken from you. Once you hold it, you own it, basically. It's Bitcoin and cryptos that can be taken from you. When I say taken, I'm talking metaphorically as well. The devaluation of an asset is a form of being taken away. I think you misunderstood me, Sergeant Gold. Silver and gold, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. That was all of our mottos. It's stocks, it's cryptos. Those are things that can be taken from you, yes. And obviously gold and silver can be taken from you if they kick your door in, but we're not talking about that right now. But I appreciate your comment. I think we misunderstood each other. Tom Vory, Sparta, hey Ortex, do you have any platinum? No, I don't. I don't have any platinum. I don't know why I'm not into it. Perhaps it can be mistaken for silver. I just don't have it. And you know what's funny is platinum's not in the Bible. To me, it doesn't have that historical track record. I'm not saying it's bullshit. There's nothing wrong with having platinum. I just don't have it. I have a limited amount of money, so I can't buy everything, can I? I just got to pick a few things and just invest in those things. So there's nothing wrong with having platinum, in my opinion, just not for me. There's nothing wrong with it. Please take that as a takeaway. I mean, I think you'll be very happy with stacking platinum. I think cryptocurrencies are going to be the next hot. I think it's going to replace our fiat currency, and more businesses are using cryptocurrencies now. A lot of people don't realize that. Businesses are now accepting cryptocurrencies. Take a look at all the places we buy gold and silver from. Just for giggles, open up a webpage after this video ends if you think I'm lying. Pretend to buy some silver, meaning put some silver in the cart and go to checkout. One of the 4 options will be a cryptocurrency. Travelocity now takes cryptos. I can name quite a few. Actually, you can probably Google these words, businesses that take cryptocurrency as payment. You'll see more and more. It is, and once the trust of cryptocurrencies evolves, I think that in itself is going to propel cryptos to another level. We all know the fiat currency is bullshit, but you know what? You know why the fiat currency is still around? People's trust in it. There's misguided trust, but it is a trust. That's actually what makes a currency, is trust. Marcus Aurelius, cryptos are the way to go. They are. I mean, I'm not saying abandon silver and gold, have I? I'm saying if you got a measly $100 invested in a crypto and just gauge it for 6 months, just to, test the waters. For crying out loud, folks, you got people out there freaking spend 3 times that at Starbucks over the course of 6 months. Take a freaking chance. Who else is here? James Mooch, power grid can go down, but they will eventually get back online. That's the biggest argument about, believe it or not, you know how many comments I get against cryptocurrency? Well, what if the power goes down? And I always attribute that to, okay, so something bad can happen. That means we should all give up like cowards and stop trying. A comet could strike this earth. Why are we saving money and building our lives and building homes and building a life for ourselves and working towards retirement? Why are we saving money? For God, for crying out loud, a meteor can hit the earth. Well, that's what I'm saying about cryptos. They say don't buy cryptos, the power can go out. So that means we should all lay down like dogs and just give up and not try? I don't think the power is going to go down. At least not permanently. You know, you might have a power outage, a brownout, or, you know, a transformer might go down in the street, but these people are talking about power going out, and that's the way of life. I'm not seeing that. And even if they're right, so we should quit trying because something bad might happen. Little Timmy punched you in the face, so you shouldn't fight back because he might win in a fight? You lay down and be a coward? No, we can't do that, folks. Tamara Peabody, this month's fun money budget went into your pellet stove. Your chicken wings looked awesome. Thank you. You got to see the steak that I just cooked, folks. I recorded a video of me doing what they call a technique called a reverse sear smoke on my 2 porterhouse steaks. I filmed it. It will be posted perhaps tonight, maybe tomorrow, in high definition. Freaking, and I cut into this steak and it came out just freaking gorgeous. It had to be one of the very best, I'll say it, supermarket steaks I've ever had. And we know the quality of meat in supermarkets. Ugh, this came out freaking phenomenal. It just freaking came out phenomenal. So please check out that video. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Bugman, I've been buying tools since silver went up. If anyone has a skill that they don't have the tools to exploit, they may regret it. I've almost got an entire wood shop set up for under $1,000. You know, Bugman 5923, you and I must be thinking alike. I just purchased just about every wood processing tool there is. I just got a DeWalt chopping saw that does miter cuts, and it's a sliding saw. I got a table saw. I got everything, the Craig jigs, everything you can think of for slotted screws and whatnot. So I'm trying to build myself, is what I'm saying, and I think I'm just about there. A wood shop. The only thing I really need to do is buy a wood sawdust excavation evacuation system, like some kind of vortex machine or something. But you and I are on the same foot. You know, if things go bad, we can fix things. We can barter and repair something for somebody else for some type of payment. So, yeah, I'm with you. And it goes beyond that. I know a little bit about everything. I can fix cars. I can just about do anything. I can repair my roof now after watching these clowns fix. If these clowns can repair a roof, overtaxed taxpayer can repair a roof. I watched these guys remember when I moved into this house, it was falling apart. Holes in the roof we didn't know. We got effed when we bought this house. But I watched these people And I learned how to do it myself. I just did a tile job. Drywall. I can texturize the drywall now. So I definitely agree. Learn. It's not just about the amount of precious metals you own that could make you successful. It's about what you know up here. Rock and Rod, PayPal allows Bitcoin and crypto spending. Thank you so much. Saud, Bitcoin can be reseeded from a single node. Roan Bear in the house. I'm pretty much going to say goodnight in a couple of minutes. Maynard Wellman, thank you so much for being here. And so if I was going to do it, I would wait till Bitcoin always falls, right? So wait for the fall. Don't buy at the high. Don't get FOMO. Fear of missing out. It'll drive the price up, but it's eventually going to fall. Wait till it falls. When you're comfortable on how far it falls, buy into it. I would buy into Digibyte and Theta first. Max X, XRP is exploding. It's 30 cents right now. It's a 5-cent increase. Larry Korn, thank you for being here. But anyway, folks, I am going to get out of here. It's a Friday night. You should do something better with your time than just sitting at home. Maybe get out and go laugh at people wearing masks or something. Anyway, Chung Choi, thank you so much for being here. And Thomas Jr., if I haven't said hello to you, I am Negan. I appreciate your time as well. I think I said hello to everybody, but I got to run. You folks have a great night. Take care.